Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. It's my pleasure to introduce a friend of mine and fellow Georgian, Mr. Don Koehler. Mr. Koehler is Executive Director of the Georgia Peanut Commission. Mr. Koehler and his family reside in Tifton, Georgia, where he has lived for 25 years. He is a native of Alberta, Alabama, and received a B.S. in Agricultural Science from Auburn University in 1979. In 1986, he became the Executive Director of the Georgia Peanut Commission. In that position, he has served in numerous positions of leadership within the peanut industry. He oversees the Commission's programs in the areas of research, education, and promotion, including advocacy for the farmers in Atlanta, Washington, and on international issues. He currently serves on the Agricultural Technical Advisory Committee on trade for cotton, tobacco, peanuts, and planting seeds. He also serves on the management team of the Southern Peanut Farmers Federation, which represents peanut farmers in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and Mississippi. I want to thank Don for being here today to share his perspective on behalf of the Georgia Peanut Commission, and I know we all look forward to hearing your testimony, Don. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. Good morning, Chairwoman Dahl Kemper, Ranking Member Westmoreland, and members of the committee. I'm Don Koehler, the Executive Director of the Georgia Peanut Commission. On February 1st of this year, I celebrated 22 and a half years in that position. The current outbreak and recall attributed to the Peanut Corporation of America is the most devastating issue to ever face our industry in my time there. We currently have 4,535 peanut farmers in Georgia. That number has a potential to decline in 2009. An inscription over the entrance to Washington's Union Station reads, "The farm, best home of family, source of our national wealth, the natural providence." That's true even today. Farmers provide more to the economic health of our economy than at any time in history. On January 10th, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration issued a voluntary recall notice on peanut butter processed at a plant owned by the Peanut Corporation of America. The initial recall was expanded to roasted peanuts and later to include all product ever produced at a PCA plant in Texas. PCA was a supplier of peanut butter to the food service industry and a supplier of ingredients to food manufacturers. They had a broad reach for a small processor. The recall has been ongoing for 2 months and has rippled throughout the peanut industry. We're dealing with a situation of historic proportions. The full impact will not fully be known for some time. Rebuilding cannot fully begin until the outbreak is over and the recall complete. The 2008 peanut crop was a record crop, and we were faced with managing a surplus. USDA has been slow to react to the current market conditions in setting the weekly posted price, which has complicated this issue. Peanut sales are non-existent for farmers who have uncontracted peanuts, yet USDA has not sufficiently reduced the posted price. After the recall, sales of peanut products tumbled. General agreement is that peanut butter consumption is off as much as 20%. Peanut butter processing accounts for about 70% of the southeastern peanut market. Due to uncertainty, no contracts are being offered to farmers. This is critical because farmers need a contract to get financing and to make planting decisions. In 2 Georgia towns, groups of farmers built modern shelling facilities to add value to their peanuts. Each has fewer than 50 employees, and they'll be impacted. Peanut buying points are paid on the volume that they handle, and then there's the impact on our farmers. The market has collapsed, so the best case scenario seems to be $355 per ton, which is the loan rate. Using projections for only variable cost, excluding land rent, farmers would need irrigated yields of 4,700 pounds per acre and non-irrigated yields of 3,500 pounds to achieve a zero cash flow. Typically, the yield in the southeast would be less than 3,800 pounds irrigated and about 2,800 pounds for non-irrigated. There's little to no likelihood of farmers cash flowing this year. The National Center for Peanut Competitiveness took a 5-year Olympic average of U.S. peanut production and used USDA's posted price for peanuts and came with an average price of $408 plus a ton. The difference of that price and the loan rate, including factors showing a loss that ranges from about $114 to $121 million. Take into account a loss of production, and these numbers grow. Growers anticipate a reduction in acres of at least a third. The NCPC indicates that reduction could be 40 to 60% based on their representative farms. That's a loss of $225 to $450 million just at the farm gate. If you use a conservative multiplier of 2, which is very conservative, we're looking at the potential for $1 billion impact in the peanut industry in this country. What can be done to help us? The formula that USDA used to set the national posted price is a farce. Congress should ask USDA to review this formula and report back in a firm time and come up with something that's realistic. Peanut butter has been a staple of U.S. and international feeding programs. It's good and it's good for you. And we need USDA to look at this and to really come to the table now. We need them to buy peanuts and peanut butter now more than ever. Peanut butter is 25% protein and about $2 a pound. So the only thing that even beats that is whole chickens and chickens' legs with the bone in. Farmers have felt the impact of this recall. But the thing that I will tell you is that the growers in the southeastern United States, peanut farmers, are here to work with Congress to find ways to make sure that this can never happen again.